watching MansionPoker.com Poker Dome Challenge. One of the most dramatic hands that we have had in this series. Jason Wood, with this bet, is saying to Mueller, you think you got it? And Mueller did. You're all in, pal. And Mueller says, nope, I'm not. I'm going to stay to play another day. Did I do the right thing? The answer is
no. He was in a commanding lead in that hand, and he just wasn't able to pull the trigger and call at the very end.
Gary Mueller just had his pocket picked by the least experienced player at the table, who continues to be our chip leader. And he's starting to make a believer out of this boy, I'll tell you that. 135,000. Steve Murgatroyd, his countryman, at 64,000. Chris Griswold, 56,000. Dwight Rust is out. Dan Weatherly is on the tightrope at 10,000. And Gary Mueller, I'm sure, is, if it's possible to kick yourself, that's what he's doing.
He's kicking himself over and over again. He hadn't seen Wood raise before the flop. Maybe that's what made him fold in the very end. And here we go. Mr. Wood picks up another hand.
Yeah. And you know, the fact of the matter is, he hasn't had that many.
Yeah, well, I mean, every hand's a hand to Jason Wood here, but he's got a real one this time.
Griswold goes with him. Pair of sevens and a 10.
Check. C1 will check.
And Wood checks.
C2 will check.
So does Griswold.
Griswold with a gut shot straight.
It's a 4 on the turn.
5,000.
Now he's got a double gut shot straight draw. I like the bet by Wood. He's saying, I know you don't have a 10. God bless you if you have a 7 or a 4.
And Wood will rake it in once again. Not a big one, but he is in that situation now where he can bully people.
And he's going to start bullying. Oh, hopefully.
Yeah.
He doesn't raise a lot before the flop. He did one time. It worked beautifully. He's seen 9 out of 10 hands. 90% of the flops he's been in. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing to see that he's been able to accumulate that many chips.
Now, Mueller with an ace-king suited, and he's got to be shaken at this point.
He needs to push this hand. He's getting low on chips. He needs to put somebody to the test.
Raise. Griswold calls.
Griswold better be praying no hearts come out there.
Yeah, you're not kidding. It's a 7. Griswold does catch mid-pair.
C2 will check.
Good flop for Griswold.
What are the heart rates of these two?
4,000.
And now Mueller being aggressive, as he wasn't in the hand that he lost to Jason Wood.
14,000.
But see, the weak bet he just put in, he put in a bet 4,000, 25% of the flop. Pros know that as a weak lead, where people do that with a hand that isn't strong at all.
Griswold raised him, and Mueller folded the hand.
I think Griswold picked up on it.
Yeah. Well, Griswold, much as Wood is the least experienced player, Griswold is one of the more experienced players at the table tonight.
Mueller's, I think he's still shaking up after that hand. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays. I think he might be on tilt here.
I agree with you. Weatherly cannot buy a hand he can even get involved with here.
C3 will call, and C4 will
Mueller
check.
and Murgatroyd. Weatherly with deuce 4.
See, Mueller needs to be aggressive. He is running out of air.
3, 5, 7 on the flop. 2 clubs.
Weatherly with an open-ended straight draw. I'd like to see him just push all in here, put everybody to the test.
C4 is all in. 6.
Yep, he does.
I like it.
Look, Dan.
Let's see who looks him up here. Somebody should.
C6
Won't be
will fold.
Murgatroyd.
I think Mueller might be in a spot where he's committed by putting in as many chips as he had to call this bet.
And he's going to let the hand go, and Weatherly will get off the schneid a little bit, so to speak.
That's the first time in about 7 years we've seen Weatherly win a hand.
Yeah.
Maybe the sun is coming back.
2 and 4 blinds. Take your all-in button.
And a million out.
Dan, grab your all-in button. And your 2,000.
I think he definitely could if he realized it was 2,000 more.
He said he had a million outs, which might have been true.
More to call.
Well, it was really more like 13 outs, but who's counting?
That's right.
C2 will raise.
He probably would have ended up paying me off on that one. Seriously. I had like 14 ounces.
C3 will fold. C4 will fold.
raise. No.
See 6 of fold.
Murgatroyd gets out of the way, so 2 hands, and Wood's in a heap of trouble here if he really gets involved.
See 1 will call.
We know he likes seeing flops. He says his favorite player is Gus Hansen, and he's really playing a very Gus Hansen-like game here, seeing a lot of flops. Gus raises a little bit more.
Yeah, he said one of the reasons he does admire Gus Hansen is he plays a lot of different kinds of hands. Flop didn't do much.
10,000.
10,000.
Call.
Then a call.
10,000 Griswold, an immediate call.
Little feeler bet out. Griswold looking right past that, making a good call with ace high.
There's a 5 on the turn. That 2 is no help to anybody.
Check.
See 1 will check.
Griswold must feel here, I got him.
See 2,000.
Griswold's going to use his time extension.
He's trying to put Wood on a hand, and that's something that's very hard to do when the guy that you're playing against plays
36,000.
90% of the hand.
He's going all in here. I think this is a very bold and very good move by Griswold.
He's going to be able to easily take this down. Wood is just kind of posturing here.
He folds. So Griswold will win. He did have the best hand. Jason Wood did not misplay that at all. It's a pretty good laydown for him. Pretty good pot by the same token for Griswold. Still, 5 players remaining. We're coming back.